Welcome back, and just in case you're just joining us, this is still Signature Morning here on Signature Television. I will be talking to Mr. Simeon Toluwani Borukini, who is joining us from Ondo State to give us updates even for the post-election right now in Ondo State. You're welcome to Signature Morning, Mr. Simeon.
Yeah, thanks for me. You can hear me well.
All right. First, the Edo State, Ondo State election have come and gone. Can you bring us up to speed on what's happening even right now in Ondo State?
Well, Ondo State, good morning. Thanks for having me once again. Ondo State is in high spirit. Everyone is jubilating and celebrating. Uh, we have had an unprecedented election result for the first time. A candidate of a party, which is our party, has emerged, winning the 18 local government areas of the state, which is an unprecedented result. The highest it had was his predecessor, our immediate past governor, late Odoyo Keredolu, SAN, who won in 15 out of 18 local governments that we have. But this one in particular is a very unique election result, as we had 18 local government won by the APC, which is a reflection of a high level of acceptance, a high level of confidence that the people have in the candidate of the party and in the leadership given by the party so far. Everyone is jubilating, everyone is happy. The election was to a very good extent peaceful and well coordinated, and we are very happy that Ondo State has migrated from those who have violent and chaotic elections to those who have seamlessly peaceful elections.
All right, Mr. Simeon, there tend to be conflicts even in various local governments in Ondo State. That's why the fact that the election has been declared to be a peaceful election. One will ask, why was there violence, even in different local governments?
Well, there might be pockets of violence. Well, I am not too sure I have seen even pictorial evidences of such.
Now, because we have
Probably there.
visuals of even police officers running at a point where they were shooting in some local government areas. That's why I'm asking, what would have led to violence? Because Ondo State has been known to be a very peaceful state, even in terms of election.
All right. So Ondo State has been very peaceful, and I may not know what necessitated those particular pockets of violence, but the result has shown. Up to now, I don't think anywhere was cancelled. People would have disagreements. Some people who are desperate would, of course, want to exhibit uh, their own their own their own strong desire for power and all of that. We cannot but find that out of over 500,000 voters, out of over 300 wards, that we have, that people would just want to give us a free day. Of course, some people would resist, even when you don't have any reason to provoke them, when they're not provoked. Some people would want to ensure that, some things are done in their own way. Of course, Nigerians, for being who we are, not everybody would want to align with you. But the result of the election is very, very impressive for us. One thing is clear, winning this election with 366,791 to the closest opponent, who had 117,845. What a landslide victory we can call this. And even our opponent couldn't win his own local government. His running mate didn't win his own local government. So it's a show. It's a clear show of love for the people to the party. And of course, we must give credence and give kudos to the good works started by the former governor of the state, You'd recall that the incumbent governor joined the administration in his second term, and foundations of these good works were laid. About a week ago, I was with him on the campaign train to, and he commissioned one of the projects that the former governor started.
All right. Now speaking of the former governor, Mr. Simeon, we understand that prior to the election, the Akete movement was at the forefront of championing the
So I can't
cause
hear
for
you. I
who to
can't hear you
become the
well.
next governor of Ondo State. But Ayeda Tiwa has emerged as the governor of Ondo State right now, which majority of Ondo people or the good people of Ondo State have come out to speak and support his administrative style. Can we say at this point that the Akete movement and the legacy of the late governor Akeredolu has automatically become gone into extinction right now?
Well, thank you very much. I must say that there is no way and there is no one that can do away with the foundations laid by Oluwaro. Last night, I also was privileged to see and hear how Mr. Governor, Honorable Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has given so much credit to his late boss. Most of the projects happening in the state today that began under Akeredolu have been done, have been completed by this government. It will never, he's not the type, he's a very, very loyal man. He would never undo the legacies of his former boss. One of the legacies that Akeredolu left in the state is the security network codenamed Amotekun. And one of the things that Mr. Governor Aiyedatiwa has done is to continue to strengthen that particular legacy. The security of the state has been his priority. You of course would agree with me that the primary objective of every government is to secure the lives and property of people in the state. Amotekun is being funded heavily recently, among other security outfits. Mr. Governor gave some utility vehicles to them and has been giving support to them. Projects are going on within the state. I said earlier on, I don't know if you heard me when I said that. I followed Mr. Governor to Bokoda last week to commission the project. This project began at the twilight of the second term of Akeredolu, and he has commissioned the project from roads in Bokoda and other projects going on simultaneously in the capital of the state. There's a bridge along the express of Yarugulem that work is being done. Every road, they are promised that it will finish every project started by his former boss, Odo Akeredolu, and we believe he will do so. He has also drawn people, who work with Odo Akeredolu. He has drawn them close to him, has given everybody open arms. He will run an inclusive government. I must agree with you. He would run an inclusive government. You talked about the Labour Party, the change of name. It's inconsequential. These people who the court tagged were not in that party when they conducted their congresses. Well, the court has reasons to have tagged them. They had enough evidence to have tagged them. So it's really inconsequential because it's not as if the party is ungrounded in the state. It has really no big deal. We don't know if the PDP would go to court. How do you go to court when you want to challenge all the 18 local governments? It will be a very, very serious equivalent task. And I don't think it will be very, very necessary to conduct such exercise in futility, so you have to go challenge such a result. When even in your own local government, you are defeated with over 7,000 votes, and across. How many governments do you want to now challenge the result entirely? I don't see the PDP challenge this result, and should they do, we have our legal team who are going to be in place to defend. It is a reflection of the people. It's a show of love, and the legacy that the APC government has in Ondo State is rock solid. It will be difficult, and don't forget there was a huge mass defection from the opposition to the APC in the state before the election. So these are factors, and they cut across, you know, across the local government, different vice key people. Even where I vote in my unit, people who have been strong PDP in my own polling unit joined our party, and they made it work easier for us. I mean, a lot of people in the local government, in different local governments, have joined. They feel that they have hope and they have seen the light in the All Progressive Congress, and they have joined us. I don't know if we still have people, you know, people of substance would deliver in the opposition party, and I don't see them go to court. It's not likely they will go to court. It's not likely they will go.
All right. So we're trying to find out from Mr. Simeon, who is in Ondo State, to talk to us about some of these issues about the government blueprint, the government manifesto, and the government's overall policy framework going forward for the good people of Ondo State. Is it going to be another 4 years of a smooth ride and business as usual? Or are there policies already in place? Are there blueprints already in place to ensure that the good people of Ondo State enjoy superlative dividends of democracy? While we're waiting for you to get back to us, Mr. Simeon, let's look at the statistics that have shown us that even in Ondo State and across Nigeria, the turnover and the output of elections lately has become worrisome. Just with Edo State, we saw the number of electorate diminish by a large margin, and also we've seen it play out again even in Ondo State. A number of electorates that come out, we saw it play out at first in Kogi State, it has played out again in Edo State, and right now it is playing out in Ondo State. Could there be a reason why Nigerians, and especially Nigerians electorates, are not coming out in mass to vote in the recent election? Could it be also that we don't trust the system? Could something be wrong? Or what can the Ministry of Orientation do to ensure that Nigerians are given the right orientation and the right confidence to be able to return back to the polling units en masse and trust the system to be able to give them the government of the people, by the people, and for the people in all ramification? Let's look at all of this arrangements and look at all of these policies tied up together to ensure that we have a better democratic ethics and ethos that we can better promote in Nigeria. But while we're trying to get Mr. Simeon to join on the show, well, you can also join us right now on our various social media handle that is already displayed on the screen. So let us know what you think about the Ondo State election and what can be done by the electoral umpire, which is INEC, to better improve on the election. What can the security agencies do to better improve on the election? And what can we do in general to ensure that Nigerian election becomes what we impute and what we get out of the election? Let those conversations start coming on our social media. I am Godwin Sunday, and from all of us here in the studio, I want to say thank you so much for being a part of the show, because this is the size of the show for today. Till I come your way again same time tomorrow, do remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. From all of us here in the studio, it's bye for now.